Welcome back to Conference Live. I'm Jerry Katzman, your host. We had an incredible day. We flew drones. We had robots fighting each other. There were robots on the trade show floor. Everything is happening. This year is a year of critical mass where technology and practicality are finally matching up. So all of the things that we've been talking about here at RealCom for years are actually physically happening and tangible and being employed. Who sponsors this? Who makes it possible for you to be able to see this even when you're not at the conference itself? Well, the answer is simple, MRI. And I'm here with Brian Zrimsek, the Chief Product Officer at MRI. MRI is having a banner year. We want to talk to you all about it. Welcome. Welcome to Conference Live.
Happy to be here.
Thank you so much. And Brian, this year seems to be, I know that last year, 2015, the biggest year ever for MRI.
Exactly.
What's behind that?
It's a focus on the clients. It's a focus on open technology, freedom, choice, and flexibility for the customers. I'm a former customer, so I know what it feels like to use technology and to be hamstrung by choices that other vendors make. And
That's
we're
right.
trying to be the heart of the architecture and open. There's a dozen folks here that are our partners, and we're happy to engage with our clients on their strategies.
So that's the problem. That's the complaint, right? There are other systems out there which are great, but they force you to do it their way.
Yes.
When was the decision made at MRI, and how did that decision come about that we're going to empower our customers and give them more control than they've ever had before?
So I think we've always had an open architecture and a flexible toolkit, but when Pat became CEO and we kind of reinvigorated the company and we listened to our clients, what are they really asking for? And they're asking for the ability to work with others. And why should we stand in the way? I really believe that we shouldn't dictate strategy to our clients, but it should be their strategy. So we're building products and technologies. And don't get me wrong, if you can use all of our stuff, we want you to use all of our stuff, right? But there's going to be moments where maybe you want to use something different. I use a decathlon analogy. So a decathlete is a great athlete. You can win the gold medal, but you're not the best at anything. So, and that's great for some people. All they want to do is try to win the decathlete. But if you want to win the track meet, you probably need the fastest guy and the fastest girl and the person that can jump the highest. And
Right.
You can't find all that in one place.
So by allowing your clientele to pull in any support that they want, you're saying, let us be the heart for you.
Absolutely.
And yeah. Where is it? What's an example of MRI doing that just impeccably?
So we recently released a product we call MRI Vendor Pay, MVP. And it's a partnership with one of our partners, Avid Exchange. But it's built into the MRI product. So there's no second login, there's no second user experience, there's nothing but another MRI screen you go to, and you get the power of the 300,000 vendors that Avid has in their network, and they automate the payment process for your invoices. So they're a long-term partner of ours, and it just made great sense for us to build that in and make it seamless.
As Chief Product Officer, what's the thing that excites you the most about what your company is doing and what it's about
Right
to
now?
do? Yeah.
Business intelligence. So we have a lot of data. We've had a lot of data for a lot of years, but bringing that, visualizing that data and helping find outliers, instead of showing you a wall of numbers, a standard report that's many pages long and it's hard to find the thing that matters most, I can show it to you in a visual way, and it's obvious what you should go and ask a question about as a leader in the organization.
And what's an example of someone using that and then having a realization? Have you had a client really rethink?
We're still working on it.
So that's what's coming up.
So it's coming up. You said
The
we're working on
the
it.
visualization.
So it'll be by our user conference this fall.
Yeah.
We'll have that stuff available. We can see it today in the booth.
We can demo it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Maybe tomorrow, I don't know, we could actually do a live demo and sort of show that.
That would be awesome.
That. Okay, great.
We would love that.
Yes. Of all of the stories coming out of all of your clients from last year, share one with me where MRI made the difference and really gave them what it is, the result that they were looking for.
So one of our clients, I can tell you that the new CIO was brought in to get rid of us.
Oh, really?
Yes. And he's actually speaking at the conference this week.
Okay.
And on one of his 3 slides, we are at the center of the strategy. So in that period of time, he realized the power of the technology and the way that it lets him use the partners he wants to use to build his ecosystem, to enable his strategy, right? So, and we have a number of stories like that. There were some times where it was, we had more challenging years, and Pat will admit that, and our clients know, but we've turned the corner, and we had another client recently who named us their technology partner of the year.
Wow.
After, a few years ago, we were in a less positive situation with them.
Sure.
So we've turned it around with our clients, and we're gaining momentum in the market, as evidenced, as Pat told you yesterday, by record year last year for us, continued growth, new acquisitions, right? We continue to grow the business.
What's the secret? How do you take a company that had some challenging times and turn it around to a market leader? How are you leading the way? And if you had to say it was one essential principle or thing, what is it, the secret behind MRI?
Client focus. So Pat and I both grew up in the big consultancies.
Sure.
So I think we both grew up with the client at the heart of how we think.
Because you were the client.
Then I was the client,
right.
and he was my customer, or I was his customer.
Right.
And that attitude of let's listen, let's do the right thing for the client.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's a different way of thinking about going to market with software.
Fantastic. Well, it seems to be the secret behind product development. No one wants something that you have to think about what they want before you build
Absolutely.
it, or it's useless.
Absolutely.
Any last thoughts about MRI and where you're going to be heading in the future years, specifically, if I may, around what you're seeing here at the trade show? Where does MRI match up with the future of real estate?
So we're going to continue to be the heart, and we're going to expand appropriately into the adjacent areas of the software, or we're going to or partner. But we're never going to try to be everything, right? There's a whole section here about intelligent building capabilities, and while we need to be open to be able to integrate with that, it's not a space that we're going to be involved in, right? Property management, accounting, investment management, that's the core of the business, and that'll continue to drive what we do. But there are a number of things where we can extend. We can learn from our residential multifamily business and bring some of those learnings to commercial, like a portal where a commercial client can go in and see their lease, pay their bill, report sales in a retail setting, and move into that self-service world. So we're very excited for that. And again, as I said before, business intelligence, analytics, data visualization, I think is going to unlock a lot of information for folks.
Last question for you.
Sure.
Someone's here at the show, or they're watching at home. They've got a legacy system in place. They're considering MRI, but they know that there's a learning curve. They know that there's things that must happen if you're going to employ a new platform, a new development. What would you say to that person who's really thinking about switching over to MRI?
Sure. Well, if they're thinking about switching,
Yeah.
I would ask them to consider not just the feature function, but the strategic elements that each of the providers bring to the table. So again, for us, it's choice and flexibility. And if you want to be in a world without choice and flexibility, right, there's choices for you. If you want to be in a world with choice and flexibility, then we are the leader.
You are the leader. Thank you so much,
All right,
Brian
appreciate
Zrimsek.
the time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and thanks to MRI, our sponsor, leading the way in flexibility, control, power, and solutions. We are delighted to have that kind of thinking.